All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning, ladies and gentlemen. Headed to Athens, Georgia. Athens, Georgia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going through Monroe. We got to go through Monroe. We're going through this Loganville right now. I think we're being winded in a few minutes. And I got some interesting things on Winder, Monroe, and Athens, Georgia. It's good to know certain things, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to know the population, in case you want to move out here to Monroe, in case you want to move in Winder, in case you want to move in Athens, Georgia. The home of the Bulldogs. Go Dogs, Athens, Georgia. But this is a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful, beautiful day. A day that we have never seen before. And like I always say, watch your attitude, be courteous, be kind. Remember, your attitude is revealed through your driving. Your character is revealed through your driving. And I'm on right now, I'm on Highway 78. Heading on to Athens, Georgia. A lot of country out here. It's kind of like the countryside of Atlanta, the countryside of Georgia. And in these countries, on the countryside, you go through a lot of towns, little small towns, you know. Remind you of a lot of towns, remind me of a lot of TV. When I was looking at TV when I was small and see all them little towns that come up on the TV. That's what it reminds me of when I ride through when I ride through Winder, Monroe, and on the way to Athens. But I'm not gonna go straight through the towns. I'm not gonna ride inside the towns. I'm gonna go by them. And I'm gonna let you know the population, excuse me, the population and the I'm just gonna let you know a little bit of information, ladies and gentlemen, in case you wanna come out here and move out here and Winder. Some people like the country. They don't like to be in the city. You know, some people like to be, you know, in the suburbs. I live between the city and the country, which is called the suburbs. Where I listen to the birds in the morning. I wake up on Saturday morning. Sometimes I walk outside and sit on my balcony and I listen to the birds hum and chirp, and you know, just to hear the sounds of the birds is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Especially after living all that city life. So it's a beautiful day today, ladies and gentlemen. be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Golly, flip, man. Lord have mercy. What is that? Oh, man. SUV on a motorcycle. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. SUV and the motorcycle. Jesus. Lord have mercy. They got him covered up. Father, in the name of Jesus. Oh, man. They got the motorcycle guy covered up, man. Damn. Jesus. He hit that car and flipped it, man. Crazy. Damn. See, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people wonder why I be saying be careful, and why I be saying, you know, take your time out here on this road, not to be rushing. Crazy Dave, man. He hit that car so hard, the car flipped, and they got a body laying on the ground, covered up. Jesus. Lord have mercy. You gotta take your time, ladies and gentlemen. I know we be in a rush to get to point A to point B. We be rushing. We be, Lord have mercy. We be trying to get to our destination. We be trying to be on time. I always tell my wife, my sons, and I remind myself, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you late, you late. Riding real fast and driving real fast is not gonna make up the time. If you late, you late. Suffer, take the consequences. Speeding, driving real fast is not gonna get you there. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen, if you late, you are late. Riding real fast ain't gonna help you make up the time. I tell my wife, my sons, I remind me, and I tell everybody who I talk to in the trucking industry, my friends, I remind them, I'm telling you all, worldwide, if you late for an appointment, ladies and gentlemen, you are late. Don't try to, speeding will not help you be on time. You already late. Take the consequences and ask God to help you next time to be on time. That's the best thing you can do. Trying to speed and get there, it's not gonna get you there. Why? Because you already late. How you gonna speed up and be on time if you already late? That's a false, how would I say it? That's a false theory. If you think speeding gonna help you be on time when you're already late. That's something wrong with that theology, something wrong with that thinking, something wrong with that kind of mind frame. You already late, but you thinking if I speed, I'm gonna get there on time. No, ladies and gentlemen, you're already late. So just take your time and get to work. Take your time and get to your schedule. Take your time and get to your event. Whatever event that you have to be on. And if you late, just raise your hands and say, Lord, thank you. I thank you that I get there in one piece. I thank you I get there safe and sound. And help me next time not to be late. Because speeding, it's just sad, ladies and gentlemen. And we just saw that accident back there. Somebody dead. That's sad. They left this earth. They left this planet. A motorcycle and an SUV. Lord have mercy. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get back into the let me get back into my frame of mind. All right, we coming up on Winder right now. In the city of Winder. The population of Winder is 16. Population of Winder is 16,000 people over here in Winder. town. It's a little small pop. It's a little small, little small city, a little small little country town. It's a little small town. It's inside of Georgia called Winder. It's 71.3% white, 18.54% black. Other nationality is 4.34%, and non-Hispanic is 65.6%. Non-Hispanic. So the violent crime over here in Winder is 10.74%, which is 10.74%, which back in 2016, and now 2022 is 31.33% crime, violent crime. So it went up from 2016 to 2022. Within 6 years, it went up. In a little small population like this in Winder, you got property crime, 197 reported. 2020, 197 reported. 20 is up 20.61%. The average income in Winder is $52,000. That's what they got, the average income. Poverty rate is 15.7% poverty rate. The average income is the poverty rate is 2,000. The poverty rate is 15.75%. Then that's the poverty rate. The average income went up from 52,000 to 65,000. From 2016 to 2022, they got the average income went up to $65,000, ladies and gentlemen. The poverty rate went down to 17. The poverty rate went up to 17.06. The average house up here in Winder is $275,500. The average rent up here in Winder is $1,400 to $1,800 a month. That's the average rent. And the population went up from 16,000 to over 100 something, over to 100,000, over 100,000 up here in Winder. So the population went up. The household income went up. Poverty rate went up from 15.7% to 17.6%. The average house over here in Winder is $275,500. And the average rent between $1,400 and $1,800 a month. The average rent over here in Winder. The population grew over here in Winder, ladies and gentlemen. They're growing up. They're building a lot of stuff up here in Winder. So now in Winder, you got a lot of towns. You got a lot of small towns up here in Winder, just like any other city. You got a lot of small towns. Now up here in Monroe, Georgia. Now we coming up to Monroe. Winder and Monroe is close to each other. The population in Monroe, Georgia, it depends on what area of Monroe, Georgia you're talking about, but the population in Monroe, Georgia is 13,568. It went up from there to close to over 100,000. It's 54.69% white, 42.24% African American. Native American, you got 0.36%. Asian, you got 0.04%. And Islanders, you got 1.26%. And the other race, they got 2.52% of Hispanic and Latino up here in Monroe. 2.52% of Hispanic and Latino. The household income up here in Monroe, Georgia is $39,058. The average household income is $39,000. Went from $39,000 to up to $60,000. Poverty ratio up here in Monroe, Georgia is 32.2%. Income went up from $39,000 $37,000 to like 60-something thousand, ladies and gentlemen, income. The rent, the average rent up here in Monroe, Georgia, the average rent is $13 to $15.98. Wow, that's cheap to stay up here in Monroe. The average rent is $13 to $1,500 a month. The average household income, the average home up here is $301,000. They got from $150,000 to $301,000. They're building up over here too, ladies and gentlemen, in Monroe, Georgia. They're building up over here too. They're building up in a lot of places over here in Georgia, ladies and gentlemen, because Georgia's big. Georgia is very huge, and it has little cities and little towns, and it has a lot of countries. All these countries out here, all these country like Monroe, Winder. You know, you got a lot of country out here. farm like, you know, land out here in Georgia. The violent crime rate in Monroe, Georgia is 41.6%. The U.S. average rate is 22.7%. So they saying the crime rate out here is higher than the U.S. Average rate, the average rate in the United States. They got property crime is 88.2% up here in Monroe, Georgia. Property crime is 88.2% in Monroe, Georgia. The violent crime in Winder, Georgia was 10.74% to 31.36%. The property crime over here in Winder was 197, which is up 20.16%. So, look like Monroe was pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Monroe was pretty good. They high in the property crime though. Their property crime is 88.2%. Their violent crime is 41.6%. But like I say, Monroe, Georgia is a little bit wider, a little bit vast than Winder, Georgia. Winder, Georgia is a small place, but Monroe, Georgia is huge. Kind of bad. It's kind of bigger than Winder. So I just want to give you some figures, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see about, you know, if you want to live in the country, I just gave you some figures. You want to live out here where a lot of land is at, and you want to be away from the city life, then I just gave you some figures to think about, ladies and gentlemen. If you plan on coming out here in Winder, or if you plan on coming out here in Monroe, Georgia, out here in the country life. If you don't want to stay by the city, well, you got certain people, you know, they don't want to stay by the city. They want to stay out here in the country. They like dealing with all that noise at night. They like looking at bears and and I don't know what that stuff be coming out at night. Oh man, I got to be able to see. And you know, out here they don't have no lights at night. I gotta have some lights. I'm a person that need light. I got to see. The Bible says God is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. So I'm just like my Heavenly Father. I need to see. I need to have some light. I got to be able to see at night. Out here in Winder and Monroe, you ain't got no lights. So if you out there and you living in a house and you ain't got no lights, it's gonna be pitch black, dark. I can't live like that, ladies and gentlemen. I got to be able to see. Something come up on my porch, I got to be able to see it. Something come by my back door, I got to be able to see it. I don't want to wait till I wake up in the morning to see it. I got to see it at night. That's how I am, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want no surprises when I go to the door. Walk to the door. I want no surprises. All you all who like that country life, who like to be out here in the country, I just gave it to you. Now my last one coming up is the city of Athens. city of Athens, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to give you that in a few minutes, the city of Athens. Athens, the college town. We call it the college town, ladies and gentlemen. City of Athens. gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Athens is the city. They call it the city of College Town. It's the home of the University of Georgia. Bulldogs. We got a population of 124,962 people. But now Athens is broken down in so many towns in Athens because of the college. It's a lot of little towns. It's a lot of complexes because of the the students and all the people that come from all over the world to come to the city of Athens to come to the University of Georgia. Especially now because Georgia done won the championship of 2021, beating Alabama. Now Georgia's on the map, been on the map, but so you got 124, almost 125,000 people out there just in the town alone of Athens, Georgia, because of the college. The household income out there in Athens, Georgia is $59,118. The poverty rate in Athens, Georgia is 29.93%. Almost 30% poverty rate out there in Athens, Georgia. The average rent they got from $856 per month to $1,400. I guess the closer you stay to the school, the more money you're gonna pay. But if you stay a little bit away from the school, and I guess if you're a student, they got it down to $800 something a month to $1,400 a month. The household value is from $171,000 on up. So I think it's like from $171,000 to like $500,000 over there in Athens. I think I saw 171 to like maybe 500 or the low 400,000. Remember, it's a town just for college students. So the average college student, unless they wealthy, their family ain't finna buy them no house, they're gonna probably get them a place to rent. Crime rate out there is 81.3% in Athens, ladies and gentlemen. It's the crime rate, 81.3%. The population is 125,000. After you round it off, the percentage of whites in Athens is 63.19%. The percentage of African Americans, 27.96%. So it's like almost double whites out there in Athens, Georgia, than the blacks. They didn't have nothing for the Caucasian. They didn't have nothing for the non-Hispanics and stuff like that. They just had whites and African Americans. So it's basically a city, a little town. They got a lot of places down. They got a lot of places in Athens, Georgia. And it's basically a tour. Some people use it as a tourist destination, but it's called the city of the college town, where a lot of college students come to be, to hang out in Athens, Georgia. When they come in Georgia to hang out for the college, they either go into Georgia Tech or they come down here to Athens, Georgia for the University of Georgia. and the University of Georgia, they got a lot of towns around them. So that's why they say the crime rate is 81.3%. They ain't want to give out too much statistics. And the average poverty rate is 29.93%. They saying the average income out there in Athens, Georgia is $60,000 the average income in Athens, Georgia. But like I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they call it the city of the college town. They call it college town. Athens, Georgia is known for college town. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I gave you Monroe, I gave you Winder, Monroe, and now I'm giving you Athens. So make your decision if you want to stay here, if your children are coming here for college, get a college education. Crime rate is 81.3%. Poverty rate is 29.93%. The average income is $59,000, might well say $60,000. And the average rent per month is $856 up to $1,400 a month over here in Athens, Georgia. I don't think the rent gonna be that high because they're looking at it as college students. They're looking at it as the college town. And it depends on where you stay according to the statistics. If you stay a little bit further from the school, it's gonna be like under $1,000 a month for rent. The closer you stay to the school, it's gonna go up to like $1,300, $1,400 a month for rent. So ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, be courteous, be kind. Remember, your attitude is revealed in your driving. And remember, drive to arrive alive. And be courteous to one another. And don't be quick to run past the light. Don't be quick to take off when the light turns green. And be courteous to other people, ladies and gentlemen. Just be at peace within yourself through your driving. Be at peace. And know that everything gonna be all right. And remember, if you're late, you're late. Speeding will not make you on time. If you're late, you already late. Just breathe, take 3 deep breaths, take your time and drive, and arrive alive. Later, ladies and gentlemen, God bless. The preacher man, the trucker. All right, later, over and out.